Dear viewers worldwide, we are continuing with the second part of this interview. After the first part, which was about 45 minutes, we were able to know the bishop from where he came from, a very difficult childhood environment with killings and war, and his parkour from Fonakirke to Chang, from there to Mbanga, from Mbanga to Otele, from Otele to Colbison, from Colbison to the United States, Washington, Chicago, and St. Thomas. That's a summary of the parkour. The Professor Bernard Fallon puts it, the inscrutable vicissitudes of life.
Yeah.
Inscrutable, divine providence.
With some visit to Canada.
Right? The visit to Canada, and the interesting thing about the multiple visa, that multiple visa is something that really helped.
Yeah, well,
to go,
God, I think God was working on that.
God was working. Then you meeting Father O'Malley and all that stuff. Excellent, wonderful. So, my Lord, we are continuing with your nomination as bishop, which has made you to be known worldwide. Because before then, people did not know who was Father Feudjio, and maybe only the people in the Virgin Islands. Some Americans did not even know. But your nomination as bishop was a breaking news. It was breaking. Said, wow, from Cameroon, he was born in Fonakirke. So, and that was the first time I got to know about the bishop. I read, said, we have to make this man known. We have to make him known. So I started writing, doing research, and it was extremely inspiring. So, my Lord, let's go to a nomination. When did you get that call from the nuncio, and how was your feeling? How was your reply?
Well, in retrospective,
yes,
looking at my life,
yes,
and all those vicissitudes,
yes, inscrutable.
I believe that,
yes,
well, I don't even have to hesitate about
yes,
this belief, that when this child was crying in Fonakirke, from a very difficult birth, because I'm told that I came out with my feet first.
Oh, really?
And, yes, and they had to, beat on me before I could
cry.
The first cry.
Wow.
And when that happened, people say, finally. And then my name, Feudjio,
okay,
has something to do with that as well. Oh. The breath of God.
That's the meaning.
God, really. So looking back at all those events that took place during my birth, traveling from one place to another. And if I were to tell you just the places where my mother took me to different places, running away and trying to protect this child, just like a Jesus, the parents of Jesus protected him.
Yeah, from Herod.
And took him to Egypt and so forth, But anyway, when I look back, I say God has, I always say, predestined me,
yes,
to come here and work in the United States. Because as an orphan,
yes,
not having any support, and going to that embassy,
can you imagine?
And getting a visa,
a multiple.
First of all, a visa that was denied,
yes,
and then all of a sudden granted,
yes,
with some special mark on it, multiple entry.
Yeah, special.
That day, tears came down
from your eyes
when I walk out of that embassy. Say, I don't have any deputy or
no connections, Godfather
to go there and intervene for you. All these things. How God really is.
God was working.
Yes. So, with that in mind, I put my faith in God and say, okay, you took me, you led me into this country.
Okay.
I'm yours.
Wow.
And
totally yours.
From the moment, even though I struggled, even in the United States, at some point I thought that I could just slide and go and become something else.
Yes, okay.
I started thinking, if I get married, I would be professional. If I study this, I study that, I will do this, and so forth. But it didn't gel. It did not really, captivated me.
Didn't fulfill you.
So finally, when I found myself walking in this place,
yes,
I never dreamt that this Cameroonian will become even a vicar general.
Exactly.
And I, being vicar general,
yes, you
I
became
never dreamt that I would even move
beyond
that. I only knew that I have to be a good servant to my bishop.
exactly.
And I have 4 bishops.
Bishop that you passed through.
And any given bishop
Yes.
really had to compliment me, the more they gave me assignment, the more I realized that, they were happy,
Okay.
about my work, what I was doing, and that were well served.
Yes.
Okay. I have my shortcomings, I have my
Yeah, like a human
limitations and
being.
so forth, but that did not discourage them from trusting me
I see.
and giving me responsibility. So that morning,
Yes.
and I had already met the nuncio in many other events, because as a
a vicar
vicar
general.
for clergy, I had to travel a lot.
Oh.
And I will go to many places,
Yes.
and I will be the only black person.
Okay.
And as vicar general, I will go to other places,
Yes.
and people say, oh, there is vicar general of the Virginals who come in here.
Yes.
And I will walk in, the people will ask me, you came with the vicar general? Where is the vicar general? And so forth.
Not knowing you were the one.
And then when I would say it's me, I could see the embarrassment,
in their
eyes
faces.
and so forth. Yes. So that day, I have gone to Our Lady of Perpetual Help. I had a meeting there, came back here,
Yes.
and I was just standing in that office,
Okay.
standing, and the phone rang. I picked up the phone. The nuncio said to me, is Monsignor Feudjio? I said, this is him.
Speaking.
Then he turned, because he knew I'm a French speaking,
Okay.
and asked me, vous êtes debout ou assis? Are you standing or are you
sitting?
Je suis debout.
I'm standing.
Asseyez-vous.
Okay.
I sat down. My heart started to beat and so forth. And I knew it was nuncio.
Okay.
And I knew he was going to tell me something, maybe about somebody else, because we were expecting,
Okay.
a bishop.
Okay.
And he said, well, the Pope has,
He switched to English.
yes,
Okay.
the Pope has made you the bishop of the Virgin Islands. He appointed you to lead the flock in the Virgin Islands and so forth.
2nd of March.
And then moment of silence. They say, vous êtes là au téléphone? Are you there on the phone?
Yeah, you didn't say anything.
I say, oui, Excellence.
Okay.
I say, bon, ok, bon, ça doit être secret, hein, c'est un secret. Vous n'allez rien dire jusqu'à
Jusqu'à
telle date.
c'est publié. Okay. So that was how the call ended.
Yeah.
How was your feeling after that alone?
I started to ask myself where I was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Many questions.
No, I didn't realize I was in this office, because I was lost for I've lost for some
Time.
but because I have worked for the previous bishop, and he was sick for so many months,
Yes. Oh, months.
and he
Okay.
was away,
Okay.
and even the year before he was always gone, because
Of
his
treatment.
diocese, you have not treatment.
Okay.
He has to go out for meeting for a good number of things and
Oh, okay.
so forth. So I was here. I said, okay, but how to keep this thing secret?
Yes.
That was a challenge.
Yeah. And it's in under Latin.
And then I go to church now. People are praying. We had a prayer for a new bishop. In the
You went there.
So I said, after the mass, okay, let us pray. Let's not say the prayer for the new bishop.
Yes. A big temptation.
Yeah. So we will pray for the new
New
bishop.
Who is among them? Interesting.
And from time to time, I will hear, some priests or other people say, oh, we want a bishop who will come from this place. We want a bishop who will be like this, who will be like that, and so forth. I said, am I going to fit those shoes?
Exactly. Wow.
Yeah. So, but anyway, and then we start planning the I started to get ready, preparing for the day of
the consecration.
Announcement.
Oh, the announcement.
Yeah,
Oh.
official announcement.
Oh yes, means that call was before because you were nominated. It was announced on the 2nd of March.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was before.
So how many weeks did it take before it was announced?
1 week.
Wow. So for 1 week you had to be quiet.
Yes.
Oh,
1 week.
It wasn't easy.
So that day, because I knew I can, I said to the people, we're gonna do this thing and so forth. And some of my parishioners were curious.
Yes.
They realized the program that I said, but what are you gonna be doing then?
Exactly.
I say, I have to find some way to tell lies to the people.
Exactly.
So, because I don't want to be revealing.
No, you can't. That's.
But anyway,
it's communication.
That day came.
You can't. It's a secret.
They made a formal announcement, which was already recorded, which was on TV and
yes,
so forth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we started planning. When the announcement was made,
yes,
the excitement of the people.
Wow.
Even people were very lukewarm toward me.
Exactly.
Listening and happy, they're putting smile on their faces, they're happy. I said, well, if this is what they were waiting for, to be excited, I thank God for it.
Yeah.
And the planning.
Okay.
My people here were not really the people who were in the church and so forth.
Okay.
Because people came and they had to make sacrifices, to bring people in.
Okay.
And put them in a position where they will enjoy the celebration.
Exactly.
But we had, TV screens, different places for people to watch that and so forth.
Wow.
But the people working in the cafeteria right here while the event was,
going
unfolding. Yeah.
Wow.
So, but it was from excitement to excitement.
Mm-hmm. I followed it up.
Yeah.
Followed it up, the benediction and the consecration. I watched it from Germany and 3 cardinal archbishops.
Yeah.
Interested.
I know all the people who knew me, I met and so forth. But the Cardinal of Washington was so happy. Happy, yes, because he ordained a Cameroonian priest in Atlanta.
Yes, Father Ako Valeri.
The consecrator of a bishop from Cameroon.
I think it was very, I saw the excitement and he said Megatus, Cardinal Donald Wills, and then
Sean Malley. His preaching.
His homily was, I made sure I transcribed every word.
Yes.
And that homily was exceptional about a bishop. He said, but why are people excited when a bishop is made? It's because of what he represents, He was so
the person who know me well in America
is
the one.
Omale. I hope I can meet him in the future for an interview. He will have a lot to tell me about him.
If you stop in Boston, just go see him.
Yes.
I'm going to meet him next week. I'm meeting all the bishops and cardinals
in Baltimore. Okay.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
Yes.
And so I have some committee meetings.
Okay.
And then Sunday we kick off.
Okay. I wish you a very successful meeting. So, my Lord, you were ordained, you were consecrated a bishop on the 17th of April, Saturday, was a Saturday. Mm-hmm. And then, some 4 months later, you made a trip to Cameroon. Mm-hmm. Could you tell us the aim of that trip to Cameroon?
Well,
the very interesting trip to Cameroon.
Face it.
Yes.
This bishop.
Yes.
Was not born in the Virgin Islands. Okay. He was not born in Washington, D.C. In those places I have been.
Yes.
I was born in Cameroon. The Lord willed for me to come from this family in Fonacuca.
Where your umbilical cord lies buried.
When they took me, they cut my
umbilical cord
and they
buried
it there.
So there's still part of you there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And the people who saw me, who fed me as a baby. If they have neglected me,
yes,
I wouldn't be here talking today.
exactly.
The people who had my mother take care of me after the death of my father,
Yes,
had they not been in that village, had they not surrounded my mother with that kind of assistance and
Yes.
love and so forth, I wouldn't be here.
Wow, that is it.
That's my village.
Yes.
I'm proud to be from Fonakuku.
Okay.
And I know that the people from Fonakuku are very happy,
Very proud.
to have me.
Very proud.
And even if I didn't know, by now I have realized that,
Yes.
even as we speak,
Okay.
there is an excitement all over the
Yeah.
places.
For your
Yeah.
for your Thanksgiving mass
Yeah.
that is coming
I'm
up.
talking about, Fonakuku,
Yes.
but just imagine what's going on in Banga.
Good. Not to
All
talk.
those classmates of mine or people who came after me, my generation, they're so excited.
They're excited.
I don't know how I'm going to survive Banga. But all the things that they're going to bring back,
Yes.
they're going to even remind me of some of the
things
things
you've
that
forgotten.
we used to do,
Yes.
because we have all kinds of events back
Okay.
then.
Interesting.
I hope they remember that I was the person in charge of the sports equipment.
I think they will.
And that I was the one giving them all the equipment to go
balls.
play the balls and so forth.
They will not forget.
I hope they also remember that I will give them some mangoes and they will give me mangoes and
And
so
you
forth.
interested. Interested. And you told me, my lord, that it was not programmed that you celebrate the Thanksgiving Mass in Banga. They insisted.
Oh yes.
Wow.
Yes. And it's a good reunion.
It will be.
And I'm looking forward to that.
Oh my God! I just can't
In
imagine.
Yaoundé,
Yes.
the bishops. I went to Cameroon
Yes.
to meet with the bishops,
I see.
and thank God I was able to meet with some of them.
Okay.
Not all of them, unfortunately, because you know how the country
How they are
is and so
scattered.
forth.
Yeah.
But those I met
Were
felt
very
good
warm.
because some of the bishops that were in the major seminary with me in Colbison.
Yes.
I was happy to meet Archbishop Jean Barga.
Okay.
I was happy to meet the Archbishop of
Douala, Cleda,
Archbishop Cleda.
Okay.
And they said to me, "We're waiting for you."
Oh wow.
And I was able to talk to Father Bishop Nkuo.
Okay.
One,
Bishop George Nkuo.
regardless of how difficult it was to go to Bamenda,
Yes.
I went to Bamenda.
Did you?
And I bumped into Bishop Kuo.
Can you imagine?
We still have seen us in that room when we came and saw each other.
Oh.
The hug that with the embrace that we have was such
Fraternal.
people could say, "Oh, what's going on?"
Exactly. It was just the joy.
Yeah. And it was raining.
Yes.
He came in the rain to
Okay.
put me in the car because we were leaving and so forth.
Oh my God. Wow.
Okay, it's not easy to kind of see a bishop get into the rain and
Exactly,
to
to
accompany
meet you.
someone,
So had you met Bishop George before?
We were,
Yes.
when I entered Colbison,
Okay.
he entered Bambui.
Oh.
And we exchanged letters,
Oh, really?
okay, maybe 2 or 3 letters. I wanted to write to him in English,
Yes.
and he wrote to me in French.
Yes.
You
So
know,
that he could practice.
That was
The aim.
the purpose, yes, and so
Okay.
forth. Because the Christian, the Sacred Heart Father wanted to send me to Bambui, but the last minute they sent me to Colbison. Okay, so we can exchange letters, but I always admire him and so forth.
Yes.
And so, when the opportunity came, we met, and it was like we've been together for many years and
Oh
so
my
forth.
God.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, and then even Archbishop
Eswa?
no, in Bamenda.
Andrew Nkea?
Yeah.
Oh.
We spoke on the phone. They were so happy, and which added to my happiness too.
Exactly.
And so, I'm looking forward to seeing them.
Oh my
They
God.
know that their brother is here.
Is
I
here.
know that my brothers are back there.
Okay.
In fact, my rector has been sent here by
Yeah,
one
Bishop
of
George
them.
Nkuo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so amazed when we spoke
Yeah.
yesterday. Father C. Puentata.
Yeah, because they know that I need that kind of help.
Exactly.
a bishop cannot succeed
Alone.
without priest support. You know, he has to have people whom he could trust,
Exactly.
the people who really will work hard, as I did with my
with your predecessors,
yeah.
bishops.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
I'm so happy that there's a priest here from Kumbo doing a wonderful job, Father Cyprian, an expert in biblical theology.
yeah.
And so you met the bishops in Cameroon, you were excited, they received you. Your host was the Archbishop of Douala, where you landed.
Yes, he welcomed me warmly, and then from there, we decided that I would, when I visit all the priests and decide when the mass is going to take place, and then I will inform everyone. By now,
yes,
they're well informed, they know that I'm coming back. The Archbishop of Douala say, "Oh, we're waiting for you."
Oh, so nice, so nice.
So.
I was so happy about the interview that was conducted by Father Willie.
Yes.
Veritas Television in Douala.
Yes, oh, he's a wonderful,
exceptional man.
Journalist.
Exceptional. I contacted him. I said, I heard from somebody that you interviewed Bishop Feudjio. I want to get information. I want to write an article about that.
Yeah.
And in a matter of seconds, he called me on my phone. We spoke for 1 hour. He told me everything, because the video had not yet been edited.
Yeah.
But I wanted the information to publish in the newspaper. And
not only he did that, he recommended a seminarian to me.
Oh, did he?
And that seminarian is here with me.
Oh, seriously?
Today.
Oh, wow. Yes, the seminarian will pick me up from the airport.
Yes.
Wow. You see, this is wonderful.
Yes.
So apart from him, are there other seminarians, my Lord, seminarians for the diocese? Apart from him?
I have one who is studying in Bamenda now.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's back home studying. But I have one who will be ordained, if not next year, the year after.
Okay.
He's in Boynton Beach. He's from the Philippines.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have many people who knocking on the door, but they have to, study their application and determine whether or not we can.
Exactly. It's discern.
Yeah. So
dear viewers, we have a seminarian from Cameroon here with us. Do you want to show your face here for a second? So this is him. We're so happy to have him here.
Yes.
What's your name again?
Edmond Happy.
So it's Edmond.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you. Thank you, Edmond. So my Lord, that's great. You have a seminarian, you have some praise from Kumbo, so it shows that it's some communion, which is so wonderful. So my Lord, you were in Cameroon, you met, it was a successful trip, you came back here, and you are going back again to celebrate your Thanksgiving Masses. I want to read the Thanksgiving Masses here so that all our viewers will know before we speak about the Masses. So Bishop Feudjio is going to be having the first Thanksgiving Mass is going to be at in Chang on December 4, 2021. It's going to be at St. Augustine. This is where he graduated from St. Albert's Catholic School in Chang in 1967. So that's why he's going there.
Not only I went to school there, but the church over there,
St. Augustine.
I carried the stones and broke those stones to make the gravels.
Wow, for the construction,
for the foundation of that church. So my own stones are there.
Oh,
so I would want to, celebrate that church.
The connection is going to be too profound because you saw that church being built.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Secondly, he's going to have a second Thanksgiving Mass in Fonakirke, December 5th, 2021, in the chapel of Fonakirke. This was where he was born on September 30, 1955.
Yes. And the church is small. I look forward to having bigger church at some point.
Okay.
So if you're listening to me and you want to contribute and help us really make a church in that place.
Yes.
There are many people. We don't have enough pews for all the people in that small church, but we have the space to build a bigger church.
No, I'm very, very sure that our spectators are going to be more than happy to contribute to a bigger church for our first Cameroonian-born African bishop. This is a historic appointment and consecration. Worldwide, that never happened before. So I know our
first Cameroonian
born bishop from
from Africa in America, because we have so many bishops before.
Exactly, but in America, in the United States, it had never happened before. So it's really a historic event, and our people in Cameroon will be more than happy to make sure Fonakirko becomes one of the most strategic, where he was born, where his umbilical cord lays buried. So the third Thanksgiving Mass is going to be at Yaoundé, December 12th, 2021, at the Basilique Marie Reine des Apôtres. Why? Because he attended the Otele Seminary there in Otele in Cameroon, 1972 to 1975, and because he also attended a major seminary there in Caldisson from 1975 to 1979.
Plus also because I have many, friends, classmates.
Exactly.
It's our capital city, and not only that, we have families over there. It has been a turning point in my history, and so forth.
That was a city
I was educated there, and learn more about, philosophy, theology, in that environment, and so forth. And it's exciting to be in the capital city.
It is.
Yeah, but it's only sad that it's not exciting to be everywhere because of the war.
Exactly.
But so much can be resolved in Yaoundé
in seconds.
And I'm praying that somehow Yaoundé really be the place where many good decisions
are taken.
Are taken for the whole entire country.
Exactly, for the good of the whole Cameroonians.
Yeah.
And Yaoundé is a special city. That is where you got your visa. Yeah. That's where the embassy of that's where the Cameroon embassy is.
That's where I had my first long retreat in Montfebe.
Really?
When we went to the seminary, they just said, pack your things and come. They took us there. We spent the entire week over there.
In that mountain?
Some of us, it was the first time we were having a week-long retreat.
Okay, with the Benedictines?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you have very good memories of Yaoundé.
Oh, yes.
And finally, the bishop is going to the fifth Thanksgiving Mass. Not the fifth. The fourth Thanksgiving Mass after Yaoundé is going to be in Douala on December 18th, 2021 at the Cathedral St. Peter and Paul.
Yes, Cathedral Aqua.
Okay,
yeah.
So are you tell us more about Douala? I know Douala is a city.
Well, my brother was in Douala, and when I would leave Banga, I would always jump on the train and go to Douala. And I saw the stadium of reunification and Bipanda being built from scratch.
Wow.
Okay, and there was a place for Christian brothers called Centre d'accueil et d'observation, where the delinquent, young boys were taken to.
Okay.
And because our house was not too far from there, and because the Christian brothers were there, and they had ping pong tables, that's where I used to go play ping pong and so forth. So I saw the panda expand and grow, and even the panda voirie, as they used to call back then, it was a bush area.
My God.
But and from there I went to work at the headquarters of Biao, and my superior gave me my motorcycle, and I would go to work there because as a former student from Banga, with my formation
in bookkeeping
and so forth. The Sacred Heart Father landed a job for me right there,
immediately,
and then in the headquarters, and I was doing, of course, accounting right there up there.
Wow!
But the first motorcycle they gave me,
I
packed it and it was stolen. When I came back, I was so frightened, and I called Consamba to my superior and said, "Guess what? My bicycle was stolen."
Motorcycle,
yes.
Wow!
So he came. When he came, he said, "You see me at the procure." I went and saw him at the procure. He said, "Jump into the car." We went back to, at la Avenue du 27 Août, which is, it doesn't have that name anymore.
Okay.
And then he purchased another motorcycle and gave me.
Wow.
Oh my God.